Hello, drama lovers, welcome to my Young and the Restless official channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a like up. Kyle is apologetic. Summer's family is being targeted. Summer appreciates his unwavering commitment and support. Thank you for caring so much about me. Kyle smiles into Claire's eyes as she steps in. Kyle, Claire, Summer, Y&R. Kyle and Summer update Claire on Phyllis' abduction by Sharon. Claire understands how dangerous that may be. Summer sighed, it's been one thing or another. Several psychopaths targeted her family. She's certain it had more to do with Sharon than her mother. Kyle cautions her that they do not know the motive. Summer is pleased they discussed it with Harrison when they did. A student at school told him that his grandmother might never come back. It only happened this morning. Fortunately, they had prepared him. Claire is relieved that Summer arrived in time to pick up Kyle. Summer is delighted, she agrees. Claire assures her cousin that the evening worked out well for her and Kyle. It worked out well for everyone. Kyle, Claire, Summer, Y&R. Summer fixes a coffee with a melancholy expression while Kyle and Claire make plans to eat dinner and kiss. Claire says goodbye and expresses her relief that her mother has returned before leaving. Summer asks Kyle for lunch and they can spend an hour or two talking about their son. Kyle smiles. Holden filed a complaint with Audra. Holden notices Audra and teases her about being addicted to her phone. She grumbles, "Aren't you supposed to be back in Los Angeles?" His flight was canceled due to weather. She's relieved the delay had nothing to do with her. If he said otherwise, he would be lying. Knowing he'd be confined here for a while reminded him of her. Audra reminds him that their past is just that, the past. Holden tells her that she pledged to be a friend. Audra claims it will never be more than that. He cannot restart their relationship. Holden respects her relationship with Nate, unlike his feelings towards Tucker. He questions why she continues to push him away while accepting coffee invitations. She's sending mixed signals. Audra sighed. He's correct. There's something I need to come clean about. Audra, Holden, Y&R. Audra tells Holden that Nate noticed his message and texted back, "You've got one," when he asked to be her buddy. Holden wonders why Nate would do that, and Audra can only assume he was attempting to prove he wasn't envious. Holden wonders what she would have said if Nate had not spoken for her. Audra isn't sure. She doesn't mind having a friendship with him, but she can't trust him not to take advantage of the circumstances. Holden gives her his word. Audra is still skeptical. Holden invites her to eat lunch with him. Audra claims she is waiting for Nate. Holden says it's perfect. He will not mind staying and joining her for lunch. Audra tells him that he's pushing his luck. He grins. Damien shows up at Nate's. Lily is almost ready to sign a new artist at Nate's. Devin notices that she is becoming more involved in his business. She'll give them further information after the ink dries. Devin is delighted she came on board. Lily also has information regarding a major tour. Devin and Nate notice that she's only trying to brag now. Lily, Devin, Nate, Y&R. Damien knocks on the door. He asks Nate if his mother has been admitted to a hospital in Chicago. Nate frowns. Is she alright? Damien hopes there is no reason for concern. All he knows is that she was admitted. She mentions something about a new experimental treatment. Nate is taken aback. He last heard she was awaiting word on whether or not she was a viable contender. Damien believes he is out of the loop. Nate checks his phone and sees that Amy and Dr. Kelly both attempted to contact him. He steps out to return the call. Damien apologizes to Lily and Devin for disrupting their meeting. He wonders why they needed to accept his mother so quickly. Devin feels it's wonderful that they're not wasting time. Damien expresses concern about the possibility of something going wrong. Damien, Nate, Y&R. Damien claims he's been through this before, losing a parent too soon. It's traumatic. Lily informs him that she and Devin have gone through similar experiences and empathize. Devin believes Amy felt confident enough to consent to the procedure. Nate appears and says that's correct. They're treating her and watching for a reaction. Dr. Kelly decided it was best to start the regimen straight away. Damien is concerned that they are hurrying Amy into this, but Nate assures him that she is in the best possible hands. Damien is concerned about not being there with her. He'd like to get there before it starts. Nate feels she'd like to have him with her. He recommends they both travel to Chicago so they can be there before she is discharged. Damien believes that's an excellent concept. Lily and Devin promise Nate that they will cover for him while he is gone. Damien expresses how much it means to him to have his brother present. Nate announces that he will be unable to join Audra for lunch because he is traveling to Chicago with his brother. Holden tries to cajole Audra into another drink at Society, but she tells him he's trying too hard and will not be joining her and Nate for lunch. Nate then phones to let her know that he and Damien are on their way to Chicago. She knows Amy will appreciate having them both there, so she urges him to give the woman her love. She disconnects, and Holden comments, "It looks like you're free after all." Devin inquires at Nate's residence about Damien's impressions on Genoa City thus far. He finds it charming and hard not to fall in love with the people. Lily knows it's far from the glamour of Los Angeles. Damien chuckles, she obviously doesn't know anything about his life there. Amy mentions that she lived there years ago. Damien wonders why she left or did not return to stay. It seems like a good fit for her. Devin believes he should ask her. There were so many questions they wished they could have asked their father when he went away. Damien is currently concentrating on her health. Nate enters with a bag, and Lily and Devin leave. Damien asks Nate if they may stop by the club so he can also purchase a bag. Nate says, "Of course." Damien shakes his hand, thanking him for everything. Nate smiles. Holden has Audra reminiscing. At Society, Audra and Holden sit at a table, and he pushes her for another drink. She resists, and he thinks about the fun-loving Audra from Los Angeles. She claims that version of herself does not exist anymore. Holden does not believe her. Audra does not care. Holden reminds her of their boozy lunches at El Coyote. Audra groans and complains about him ordering margaritas in pitchers. Holden smiles as she recalls singing Metallica songs at the top of her lungs. "That was fun." Audra laughs. "It was." Just then, Devin and Lily walk in. They request to be let in on the joke. Audra shifts the subject to Nate traveling to Chicago with Damien. Lily claims they just returned from his apartment. Holden claims he has met Lily before, but not Devin. Audra thinks Amy's treatment will improve her situation. She has grown to care deeply about her. Something about her makes her heart melt. Lily snarks that she's been brighter recently, what with all the laughing and joking. Holden informs Audra that Nate's family does not appear to have warmed up to her. At their meal, Lily asks Devin what he believes that was all about. A Victor encounter. Kyle and Summer enter the GCAC and are immediately greeted by Victor, who greets his beautiful granddaughter, and meets Kyle. He asks why the two of them are together. Summer claims Claire bailed on lunch with Kyle, so she took him for a compassion meal. Victor inquires about Kyle's current situation at Jabot. Kyle says everything is going nicely. He and Summer approach their table, but Kyle steps back. There's no way he's pleased that things are going well between him and his father at Jabot. Why is he inquiring about Jabot? What are you really trying to find out? He plainly wants to know if there's any trouble between him and Jack. What is this obsession you have with my family? Why doesn't he just go on? Victor swears he has forgotten about all of them and wishes him a good day. Nate and Damien enter into the club's foyer, and Damien heads upstairs to fetch his stuff. Nate leaves Amy a message informing her that he and Damien are visiting Chicago and will see her soon. Nate Y&R. Kyle tells Summer in the dining room that Victor's every move is motivated by something else. Summer admits that he'd like to know about any fresh tensions in the Abbott household. She believes it is primarily due to his loathing of Jack. But she is confident Claire is now involved as well. Kyle wonders why he bothers whether he and Claire are together. Summer is honest. I think my grandpa thinks you and I should get back together. Kyle wonders if he really believes he can push them back together. Summer adds they both understand how much he values his family. He's always meddling. He feels he is the puppet master who can control everyone's lives. Kyle questions why he would want them together. Summer claims he made a point of reminding her they have a child. She's not pushing for this, she's only understanding what her granddad believes. Kyle is certain she is correct, but he believes it is unjust for him to put Claire in this situation. In the foyer, Nate informs Damien that he has left Amy a voicemail. Damien praises him once more for what he has done. All they need now is for the treatment to work. Nate understands that Damien has had a difficult time, but the outcome may be better than they could have dreamed. Damien would prefer that. Nate claps his shoulder. Have faith. Devin warns Lily not to make too much of Audra and Holden's lunch. They knew each other in Los Angeles. Nate doesn't want them interfering. Lily believes that this new scenario is entering Nate's life from all angles. She fears it's an ambush and suspects there's more to the story than Damien and Holden are telling them.